Now, next in class 7 of nuclear physics, we have to study the next chapter, nuclear forces. So, according to this proton neutron theory of the nucleus, it is believed that the protons and neutrons present inside the nucleus. The question is how the positively charged protons inside the nucleus are packed together. Because they are like charges, there will be force of repulsion, means one proton repels with another proton, but yet it has not happened. They are held together inside the nucleus, they are strongly packed. Now, this force between the nucleons of the nucleus means this is proton and neutron together called as nucleons of the nucleus. So totally it is attractive force. And that force is not the repulsive force, it is attractive force. It is different from the gravitational force and electrostatic force. The force with which the nucleons are bound together, it is not the gravitational force. So always the force between the nucleons is an attractive force. Then what is the magnitude of this force compared to this electrostatic force? This nuclear force is 137 times greater than the electrostatic force and 10 raised to 39 times greater than the gravitational force. And different experiments reveal the different properties of this nuclear force. Then let us study the first property. The force between the nucleons of the nucleus is always attractive. Then the force between neutron and proton is represented by Np. So N represents force of attraction between neutrons, and Pp represents the force of attraction between protons. Then the magnitude of this nuclear force depends on the distance between the nucleons of the nucleus. So the force is very much stronger if the nucleons are between 1.9 to 10 raised to minus 15 meter. The distance is, so 1.9, its force is appreciable if the distance between proton-neutron or neutron-proton or proton-proton, so it should be less than 1.9 into 10 raised to minus 15. So as the distance between them goes on increasing, you know that it is inversely proportional to square of the distance. The force goes on decreasing and it vanishes if it reaches the distance 10 raised to minus 14 meter. Now the second property is the nuclear forces are charge independent. That means they are not depending on the charge. The magnitude of the force between neutron, proton, neutron, neutron and proton, proton is same. However, for the interaction between these protons and protons, the Coulomb repulsive force should be considered. This Coulomb repulsive force though it is 1 upon 137 times weaker than the nuclear force, for a large number of protons in heavy nucleus, so overcome this force of attraction, making the nucleus unstable. Now the third one is, the nuclear forces are said to be short range forces. That means inside the nucleus, a nucleon can react with only its neighbors which are nearer to it. It cannot react with the nucleon which is at the large distance. Because of this, the forces are said to be short range forces. Then fourth one, they are spin dependent. So nucleons possesses spin, and the force of attraction between the nucleons of the nucleus depends on spin. If the two nucleons possesses the parallel spin, means in the same direction, there is a strong force of attraction between them. If they possesses an anti-parallel, if the spin is an anti-parallel, the force of attraction between the nucleons of the nucleus is weaker. In a deuteron, proton and neutron possesses the parallel spin. Because of that, it is the stable. If there are two protons and two neutrons, they possess anti-parallel, the force of attraction between them is weaker. Next, you have to study Meson theory of nuclear force. In 1935, H. Ikowa, a Japanese physicist, has proposed the theory of nuclear force, which is usually referred as Meson theory. So according to the Ikowa, the nuclear force is mainly due to the exchange of particles between the nucleons of intermediate mass. The particles are known as mesotrons, or simply mesons. Soon after this hypothesis, a search for Ikowa particle is started. The particles sometimes called as mesotrons, mesons, are also called as Ikowa particles. Soon after this hypothesis, search for a Ikowa particle is started. In 1947, Powell and his co-worker discovered a particle known as pion, or also known as it is meson. This pion is exactly similar to the Ikowa particle in all respects. So there are three types of particles exist. One is positive pion, negative pion, and neutral pion. The masses of these particles is intermediate between the mass of protons and neutrons. Then mass of this is 139.6 MeV. Similarly, this also 139.6 MeV, and that is 135 MeV. So during a nuclear force, exchange of these particles between the nucleons takes place, therefore nuclear force exists. Then in the nucleus, the each nucleons have identical course. Identical course. They are surrounded by two or more mesons, and these exchange of mesons takes place between the nucleons. That means one meson may go and settle with another nucleons, and this may go and settle with its neighboring nucleon. So due to this exchange of these particles between the nucleons, a nuclear force exists. During this, proton may convert into neutron due to exchange of this pi plus particles. They are also called as pions. And a neutron may convert into proton. This charged particle takes place. That means the conversion of protons into neutrons, when the force between proton and neutron exists, takes place. So proton may be converted into neutron with the exchange of positively charged particle. Neutron may be converted into proton with the exchange of negatively charged particles. And force between the neutron and neutron, proton and proton, exist due to the neutrally charged particle is exchanged. That is, N is a neutron is converted into another neutron with a different coordinates due to this particle, and this is P is another particle, and again this is similar to this one. That means the force between proton-proton, neutron-neutron takes place due to exchange of these neutral particles. Then force between proton and neutron takes place due to the exchange of these charged particles. Here P dash and N dash are also neutrons and protons respectively with the different coordinates. So let neutron and proton carries the mesonic charge F. This is not an electrical charge. It is a fundamental concept in physics. Then in the mesonic field, at a distance r, let pi is the potential which is given by lambda f square e raised to minus eta r upon r. So call this equation as 3, where lambda is a constant, depends on system of units used, and F is the mesonic charge, R is the distance at which the point is considered in the mesonic field. Then it is taken as rightly taken as an exponential, because in the vicinity of this nucleus the nuclear force is maximum. Now see here, between two nucleons, mesons oscillates, means meson continuously oscillating, it is accelerating. We know that from the electromagnetic theory, if a charged particle is continuously accelerated, it emits the radiation in the form of waves. The frequency of oscillation of this meson is given by, this is mu square is equal to c square upon lambda square plus eta square c square upon 4 pi square. So call this equation as 4. That means the frequency of oscillation. So from one nucleon to another nucleon, the meson oscillates. It emits the radiation. So the frequency of oscillation is given by mu square is equal to c square upon lambda square plus eta square c square upon 4 pi square. Call this equation as 4. Then according to de Broglie hypothesis, it is a dual nature. That means that radiation acts as a wave, also as a particle. Then assume that, so instead of wave, if you consider the particle, according to the quantum theory which was studied in the last semester, so energy is given by E square is equal to P square C square plus m naught square c raised to 4. So this is p square c square m naught square c raised to 4. Call this equation as 5. Now we are not considering it as an electromagnetic wave. We are considering, according to the dual nature, it is a particle, possesses energy E square is equal to P square C square m naught square c raised to 4, where m naught is the rest mass of the meson. Now we are able to calculate what is the rest mass of the meson. P is a momentum. We also know that according to de Broglie, so E is given by, it is h nu, or nu is equal to h upon E. E upon h it is. Nu is equal to, this is E upon h. So this is according to Planck's hypothesis, energy of the photon. Then also according to de Broglie, wavelength lambda is equal to h upon p. What is p? P is momentum. This is p is equal to h upon lambda. Then if you substitute this in equation 4, nu is equal to E square upon h square. Mu square is equal to, this is E square upon h square. This is equal to c square. For lambda, I will write this as h upon p. It is h square into p square. Then plus eta square c square upon 4 pi square. Multiply throughout by h square. This is your E square is equal to p square c square plus eta square h square c square upon 4 pi square. Then call this equation as 6. So compare this equation 5 and 6. This is E square and this is p square c square. Then definitely your m naught square c4 is equal to eta square h cross square c square divided by 4 pi square. Then this is c raised to 4 and this c square cancels. So you can write this m naught square this is m naught square is equal to eta square, then h square upon 4 pi square c square. So here eta is a constant which has got the dimensions of length. Then m naught is equal to eta h upon 2 pi into c. Call this equation as 7. Now equation 7 gives the rest mass of this meson. So what is this? H is 6.625 into 10 raised to minus 34. C is velocity of the light, 3 into 10 raised to 8. Then your eta is 5 into 10 raised to 14 per meter. If you substitute all these values in this equation, you are going to get this m naught is equal to 1.76 into 10 raised to minus 28 kg. This is m naught. That means the rest mass of this meson is 1.76 into 10 raised to minus 28 kg. What is the rest mass of an electron? The rest mass of an electron, ME, is 9.1 into 10 raised to, you know this, 10 raised to minus 31 kg. From this, mass of this rest mass of Yukawa particle or meson it can be taken as it is 193 m into E. What is that? Means 193 times rest mass of the electron. Me stands for rest mass of electron. These Yukawa mesons are said to be identical with pi mesons discovered 11 years later in the study of cosmic radiations. Yukawa mesons and pi mesons have the same order of mean life, but mass of this pi meson is 276 times MV, which is little bit heavier as predicted by Yukawa. So next you have to study what is nuclear reactions. Natural radioactivity is called as nuclear reactions. So in which a nucleus of one element changes into nucleus of another element. You know that natural radioactivity means polonium, thorium, heavy nucleus emits alpha or beta ray and their nucleus changes into another nucleus. Then it is also possible to produce artificial nuclear reactions. How artificial nuclear reaction is produced? If the nucleus of one element is bombarded with or targeted with high energetic particle, then this nucleus changes into another by emitting certain radiations. So this phenomena is called as artificial nuclear reactions, or simply it is called as nuclear reactions. Then first artificial nuclear reaction was produced by Rutherford in 1919. So where this nitrogen gas 7N14 is bombarded with an alpha particle emitted by natural radioactive element called bismuth, then this changes into oxygen 8O17 by emitting this one H1. So here the nucleus of this element is converted into the nucleus of oxygen element. So when a nitrogen gas is bombarded with an high energetic alpha particle emitted by bismuth and it changes into this oxygen, and this process is known as transmutation. This process is known as transmutation. Subsequent to Rutherford experiment, many more isotopes were targeted with proton, neutron, electron and alpha particle, and numerous nuclear reactions were formed. Not all nuclear reactions produces the stable isotopes. For example, when this magnesium 12Mg25 is targeted with alpha particle, it changes into 13Al asterisk 28 plus 1 H1. This is called as aluminum isotopes, not exist in the nature. So the energy of the particles emitted by natural radioactive elements were not sufficient to change the nucleus of one element into another element, because in the case of heavier nucleus, the incident particle must have high energy. Therefore, the kinetic energy of the incident particle should be increased artificially to convert the nucleus of one element into nucleus of the another element. This nuclear reaction is represented in the form of chemical reaction, such as, so this is X is the targeted nucleus having atomic number Z and mass number A. So it is targeted by projectile particle A. This converts into another nucleus Y of atomic number Z1 and mass number A1, giving outgoing particle B. So here A is the projectile particle, bombards the nucleus X, resulting to produce another nucleus Y and an outgoing particle B. This chemical reaction can be abbreviated as, this is X A, so X Z A inside the bracket A B and Y Z1 and A1. So in this form, the chemical reaction or nuclear reaction is abbreviated. Then your first artificial nuclear reaction can be written in that form. You know, this is N 740 and alpha particle, let this is P, resulting 8 O 17. This is the first produced artificial nuclear reactions. So here the conservation of mass and charge takes place. So the conservation of mass requires that sum of the masses on both the side of this equation for the superscript, sum of the masses of the superscript on two sides of the equations must be equal. And the conservation of charge requires that the sum of the protons on the subscript on two sides of the equations must be equal.